Hello, Tri-Cities, and welcome to the 2021 Vote for Business Candidate Forum, the only region-wide business-focused candidate forum in the Tri-Cities. It's brought to you by the Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce. Now, in this forum, you will be hearing from candidates who are running for West Richland City Council, Position 3 at large. Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda Mason. I'm a news anchor here at CAP KVU Local News. And I'm pleased to be with you for voting as it begins as ballots start appearing in your mailboxes on October 13th. And we'll continue through Election Day on Tuesday, November 2nd. Thank you so much for joining us to learn about the candidates' thoughts and positions on issues that impact our local economy as well as our business community. And now a message from our president and CEO of the Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce, Lori Matson.
Thank you. I'd like to take a brief moment to thank the Chamber's Board of Directors and our Local Government Affairs Committee for their leadership in supporting the advocacy efforts of the Regional Chamber, and especially our sponsors, AYB Drafting, Cascade Natural Gas, and Hayden Homes. The Chamber supports positions that preserve and promote a positive business climate. As the foremost advocate and voice for business, the Chamber leads the region by advancing policies and positions that strengthen business and improve the local economy and quality of life. The 2021 Vote for Business Candidate Forum is designed to highlight how candidate positions integrate with local business priorities. And finally, a very special thank you to our local news partners for collaborating on this project. Your time, talent, and expertise are valued and truly appreciated. Now a word from one of our sponsors.
Hi, my name is Arthur with AYB Drafting. AYB is excited to sponsor the Vote for Business campaign. We understand that local elections are very important to the business community, and we're happy to support them. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. And also, it's a pleasure for CAP KVU Local News to support this effort to inform our voters about the people who are running for public office. Now, the format, we have some information to give to you to let you know how it's going to go. Each candidate will have 1 minute for opening and closing statements. The candidates will be asked the same questions. Response time for each question is limited to 2 minutes. Now, time limit reminders will appear on your screen at 10 seconds remaining, and if necessary, when time is up. Since this is a forum rather than a debate, candidates will not be provided rebuttal time. Now it's time for us to get started. We are so excited to introduce in alphabetical order the two candidates for the race for West Richland Position 3 at large. We have incumbent Gail Brown and challenger May Hayes. Welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us.
Thank you so much.
Now, we appreciate both of you, of course. And so if you're ready, let's get started.
Okay.
And as I mentioned, we will start with opening statements in alphabetical order. So Miss Brown, you will begin with your opening statement and you have 1 minute.
Thank you for inviting me today. Most people have known me. I've been on the city council for 24 years. This is my city. I've been born and raised here. I have my opinions about what should be going on because it is my city, but the citizens do too. And I try to listen to them, make sure that I'm going down the right path, and that we keep them informed. This is a beautiful city. We need to bring quality of life back into our vocabulary. We've left that out for a few years. I want to keep it going steady and not waste the money on all the planning that we do and going off track. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Ms. Hayes. And now it's time for Ms. Brown. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ms. Brown. That was Ms. Brown. I apologize. Now it's time for Ms. Hayes. You have 1 minute.
Hi, my name is May Hayes. I'm a native Tri-Citian, and which I'm very proud of. I have devoted 25 years of service to our West Richland community. I feel I live my life in a very positive manner and very forward-thinking person. I strongly support our West Richland Police, our Benton County Fire District 4, veterans, seniors, and all first responders. As executive director of the West Richland Chamber, I feel that I'm blessed to welcome new businesses and work with existing businesses in the community. And I am very excited that I have my own business in West Richland. I feel I have a strong leadership skills and I can embrace change and future community growth. I would be honored to serve. on the West Richland City Council. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hayes. And also, we are going to start off with Ms. Hayes. A coin toss just prior to the taping has determined that May Hayes will answer the first question, and subsequent questions will then be alternated. Let's get started with our first question here. What can the City Council do in regards to tax and regulation that will promote our region as a smart place to do business? Ms. Hayes, you have 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, I think with the taxes and regulations, I'm not on City Council right now. I'm looking forward to it, but I feel that, so I don't have all the answers and issues that the city faces right now. Some of the stuff that I am concerned about are the taxes that are coming down from state and federal that directly affect the middle class and the lower class income people and families, you know. So one example is the long-term care, which goes in effect in January 1st of 2022. So looking at kind of those issues and then looking at the taxes that I do support, and one of those being is the public safety sales tax that funds the police in West Richland, Richland, and Kennewick. So I think we're on the right track on what we can do to embrace the region and stand behind all of our businesses and work together collectively as a region and not just individually as separate towns, and really focus on what we can do to enhance the businesses, to support them in this venture, because taxes are tough. I mean, any way you look at it. And I think being on City Council, I would learn more and have more knowledge of where the city is right now with that support. So I would look forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hayes. And Ms. Brown, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you. As far as the taxes go, I think for the whole region, I think we're on the same retail taxes. So we're pretty close to that. As far as the regulation goes, I think as far as the businesses and the regulations go, it's zoning. Right now, we're doing some work on frontage design, and actually, I think they're a little bit too formal. You know, you have them too high, then it kind of puts the builders at a higher market level and cost. So keeping your design standards reasonable, keep our zoning in areas that we want to. We have 6 different building areas right now. My focus is the Van Giesen area. We have an economic development plan, and we're absolutely doing the opposite of what it says. So I'm kind of confused actually where the administration is going right now. We had this done, and I don't think they've even opened it. So what they're doing now and what I was expecting is different. What we had planned was more of a wine tourist income. So a lot of our zoning had gone to that. We'll need to reassess the zoning out toward the racetrack because that interchange isn't going to go through. So that will have some changes on our businesses. A lot of bigger box stores want to pop in and off the freeway. They don't want to go 7 miles from Benton City or through town. I don't know how many miles it is that way. So that is going to change our business atmosphere, especially with what we're putting out there. Like I said, it isn't the direction I thought we were going. I think if we're going to continue with this direction, we probably need to go back to the citizens and let them know, because they had a lot of time in this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. And we are going to start back with you, Ms. Brown, with our second question. The current labor shortage impacts local businesses. As a city council member, what can you do to foster, attract, and retain talent to build the next generation workforce?
The workforce, I think that they've been talking about, and I could be wrong, is our hospitalities. I can understand some of the worry with the COVID and people are reluctant. What I have seen, though, is that a lot of our teenagers are taking those jobs that had struggled to find work before. And so they're taking back the McDonald's jobs and what have you with the new warehouse jobs that are going in Pasco, those are higher wage jobs for their parents. And they have benefits, they have retirement. So the parents can do that. I know it's even in your 2030, give parents, resources to teach their kids how real life. And I think that's been missing in our kids for a long time. So I'm excited to see the teenagers take back those jobs. The businesses, I don't know if they like it because there is restrictions on the kids, but I think that portion of educating our kids on the value of working and the value of money will help our future workforce. I think the COVID's going to have to shake out maybe to get the workforce back right now.
Thank you, Ms. Brown and Ms. Hayes.
I see it as we've been building up with the city of West Richland on taking care of the employees that they do have and trying to bring the West Richland city employees up to a level to be equal to, comparable to the other towns. And so I think that part, it attracts the hired skilled workers for the city. And then it also attracts, like for the summer help and the seasonal stuff, to where we're engaging with our employees to attract even more, being the best employees in any city. I know with the shortage of help and we're hiring signs out. And a lot of that is, I feel, due to COVID and due to the unemployment rates that people were receiving, and just getting them back to work and them wanting to work. And so that is a struggle. But I think the city of West Richland, the community, I think the businesses out here have worked together to support each other, and to where they will give you leads. If you need somebody in this area, they'll say, hey, have you thought of this person? And there's a lot of intertwining networking with all the businesses out here. And I think that teaches your own children, if you're out helping others and looking out for other people, not just your own business, it really teaches them the value of working and what they could be doing in the community to better themselves and the community. So I think it's a tough struggle for a lot of people, but I think we're headed in the right direction. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hayes. And we will start with you for the third question. We have, as a city council member, what specific investments by the city will you champion to encourage diversity of business and economic growth in West Richland?
Well, I feel what I could champion. I'm working closely with the city and with a lot of the businesses that are coming in, whether large or small, giving them support, because I'm really lucky to be part of the West Richland Chamber. So that helps me with the community as a whole. I think we're headed in the right direction in West Richland. I think the city has put a lot of time and effort into the infrastructure to be ready for the growth. And the growth has been hitting this last 2 years. Some of the numbers as far as the building permits and everything our city is one of the highest of the 4 cities with the numbers of building. We have a lot of commercial stuff that's been finished, like the new fire station, like the Circle K up on Bombing Range. The Richland School District chose to do their administration building out here. They remodeled Tap Till, which brings in a lot of more efforts and everything into the city. The city has chosen to sell some of the old city administration buildings. And so we already have the West Richland Eye Clinic in it, and also the engineering firm in there, and they're still building and redoing, so more to come there. And then we have our brand new police station coming in November or December. So if the city stays on track with the rooftop count, if it continues to keep going up, if the daytime car count keeps going up, and the daytime jobs keep going up, I think we can bring in small and large businesses, and our economic outlook is wonderful, and we can combine that with our quality of life, make sure there's things in the plan for that. And so I think the city is on a great track. I just think we need to keep moving forward in that direction.
Thank you, Ms. Hayes. And Ms. Brown?
I don't think it's any secret that my big championship would be the Van Giesen corridor. Most of the other business districts are based on head counts. Car drive-bys. We've got Yokes that came in when we were big enough that we needed a grocery store. Gas stations came in as we had people that were traveling. All that is new stuff. We do have the strip malls that, pizza, that kind of move in and out. But the corridor down here could be the most diverse. It has the oldest atmosphere for that. We have small lots. We could get real creative with it. Actually, we did sell the complex down there. In rethinking of it, maybe we shouldn't have, because in our old economic plan, the idea was that we would start with either ourselves or with the partnership to go ahead and start, particularly around that water, because that's one of our biggest accents. And it's small, but it could be made into something really nice. So we know that that's one of our big assets. But the rest of it as we go down isn't. So we had planned, and we had a scheduled plan that's what we're going to do. And it suggested that what we do down there would be what we attract in our other businesses. That this was the heart of the city, and that this needed to be what was done. We need to at least get some kind of group together, revitalization, some of those businesses. Actually, down here, they've redone its mixed use. So we need to get some of our citizens down here and actually start doing something. We've been talking about this for at least 25 years, at least. So we need to do it.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. And Gail Brown, you will be starting off our last question that we have as well. The My Tri 2030 Regional Vision Project is a community-driven effort to drive collaborative action. How do you see the cities collaborating, coming together to solve shared problems and advance regional initiatives?
I think I said this in my recorded thing, and actually I'd only heard about the 2030 a few times, and it was kind of hit and miss, so I had to actually kind of research that to get updated on that. I don't see a lot of it. I'm sure it's a big project that they're undergoing. What I had said before was more of the fire and the police and stuff, but now I see that that's not quite what they're trying to do. I know that they had looked at trying to do the homelessness together. I think that's something that's going to hit us, and I think it's going to hit us really fast and hard. And West Richland's not prepared. I don't know what the other cities are doing, but it was my understanding that as a region, they were going to take some of that on. There's a lot of things they could. We're all four different. They've been doing this for years. We're four different cities. But there is things we could, do together. There was one thing I did notice on the 2030 I'm hoping that you can stick in is our seniors, because we have the baby boomers coming up. I've gone to several conferences. The cities, the regions need to prepare for these baby boomers, their illness. We don't have the facilities for them. Social and physical is what they need to do their best as they age at home. And we're going to have a lot of aging at home citizens in our communities that we're going to have to make sure that they have what they need. So I'd like to see that added. The only other thing was the education, and there was a huge emphasis on education, and maybe some more of the warehouse workers, for instance. There was one word in there I had to look at, but it said dual incomes, and I'm not sure exactly what that meant. Thanks.
Ms. Brown. And May Hayes, your 2 minutes.
Well, I also was privileged to sit in on the beginning of the project, the Big Vision 2-day workshop. and where we had representatives from every aspect, stakeholders from the whole region. And in the very beginning in that workshop, I thought, wow, how can all this come together? Because there's a lot that they wanted to work on. And I see from being part of the chamber and being active in West Richland so much, I see a lot of improvements. I think the My Tri 2030 is wonderful. I think it's a lot of people have committed a lot of time and money into it. I know the city of West Richland invests in that along with the other 3 cities. And I just feel that the project, what they've laid out, and when you're involved with it, is going to be amazing. And yes, it might take us till 2030 to achieve some of these areas, but like with education, everything, the STEM, schools, everything that's moving forward, and agricultural, and everybody working together collectively, and with energy and the prosperity of the local businesses, and just the quality of life. And I think this program, I mean, a lot thanks is due back to the regional chamber. They've headed it, done an amazing job on it. And, you know, I support it in any way that I can when I'm out and about and when I'm working with different businesses or working with schools and all that. I just think there's a lot of possibilities, and I see a lot of great things happening along the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hayes. Thank you both. And this closes the question and answer portion. And we will end the forum with closing arguments. And since Ms. Brown opened, we will begin closing statements with Ms. Hayes. Ms. Hayes, you have 1 minute.
Okay, thank you. I'm serving with the West Richland City Council. I will be very hardworking and trustworthy council member. I'll continue to serve and support the community in a variety of ways. One of the ways is through Operation We Care Tri-Cities, and working with our fire, police, seniors, veterans, first responders, and we have a great program that's been going, the holiday family outreach, which has been going on now for 35 years. And it's amazing what we can do during the holidays and help family. I will want to continue to learn more on the areas I don't totally understand that with the city functions and operations, listen to the residents' issues and overall the community's needs, and try to put it all together to where I will be very knowledgeable on the city council. I'm asking for your vote as I look forward to serving on the West Richland City Council.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And Ms. Brown?
Yes, I've worked on the city council for many years. Like I said, what I thought direction we were going to go, we're not. If we don't want to do that, like I said, we need to bring it back to the citizens and continue to get their input. I think we should be meeting every Tuesday. I think we should let people know what we're doing. These plans are old, but they're older, I should say. The mayor got them as he was coming on. So I just feel like either we go back to what we said we were going to do, or we let the citizens know that we're not. But we're all over the place. So if we're going to do new stuff, we need a plan for that as well, because we're wasting so much money. Just too many of these consulting plans, and then we change our mind. I've seen the federal government do it. You know, they get somebody new, they wipe out the old and bring in the new. We only have 16,000 people. We got to do a plan and stick to it, and not have this all over.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. And thank you both so much. All right, May Hayes and Gail Brown, thank you. We appreciate the time that you took with us and also with the Tri-City Regional Chambers 2021 Candidate Forum, featuring candidates running for West Richland City Council Position 3 at large. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
And as we begin the countdown to Election Day on November 2nd, please remind your friends in West Richland to watch and share and get out and vote. You can find this video and other candidate forum videos on the Tri-City Regional Chamber's website. That's www.tricityregionalchamber.com. And again, thank you so much to the Chamber, Cap KV Local News, the candidates and sponsors, including Cascade Natural Gas, AYB Drafting, and Hayden Homes. And a special thank you to all of you who are watching. And this is Amanda Mason with Cap KV Local News, reminding you to get out and vote.